Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. We're stepping into that halfway point of the work week. Welcome to Wednesday. Hope your week is going well so far, that you're on track to reach your goals for the week. For our meditation this week, we don't have just one teacher to lead us into every day's meditation. We have a whole collection of beautiful wisdom from a variety of different teachers this week. Anne-Marie, good morning. Linda, good morning. Sunmarie, good morning. Danae, good morning. Awesome having you all right here. Right, this is the central point of today's message is this. There is a space between effort and surrender that can be a tricky piece of real estate to find. Michelle, good morning. Anami, good morning. Very happy to start my day right here with all of you. There's a space between effort and surrender, which could be a tricky piece of real estate to find. Effort on the one hand, taking action, getting things done. Surrender on the other hand, taking a step back, letting things go. And that space in between can be a little bit tricky to navigate. Sissy Gabrielaki says, sometimes it's not the times we decide to fight, but the times we decide to surrender that make all the difference. Marianne Williamson says, the moment of surrender is not when life is over, it's when it begins. The idea of surrender often receives instant resistance because it kind of comes with the image of fighting a just war against an evil oppressor and waving a white flag. But for the moment, let's apply this image not to the idea of war, but only to your daily life right now. How many things are you fighting? And are all of these things really worth it? Is everything that you're trying to control really yours to control? Anthony, good morning. Good to see you, dude. There is another truth here too, something that feels like it's in the opposite direction of surrender, and that is that nothing gets done without action. Tony Robbins says, the only impossible journey is the one where you never begin. It's the one where you never take action, never take the first step. So it's clear that never taking action is not where the answer lies. Every journey can be navigated one step at a time, except for the journey where you never take the first step. Things only happen for us when we start to take action. Lisa Nichols kind of confirms this with her thoughts. When your clarity meets your conviction and you apply action to the equation, your world will begin to transform before your eyes. Once you have a certain kind of clarity and you follow up your clarity with action, you can see how things change. So clarity married with action, having a clear view of what action to take, transforms our lives, according to Lisa Nichols. So now, how do we know where to find this elusive clarity? Ajahn Brahm says, surrendering to silence is so much more productive of wisdom and clarity in thinking. Silence. Surrender. This brings us full circle to the balance between these seemingly opposing ideas of effort versus surrender. Surrender without wisdom, however, could mean the same thing as just running away, numbing out. The same as avoiding a reality staring us in the face. But what is meant by the term surrender is to include wisdom. It's taking a step back and really seeing, what am I fighting that I should stop fighting? What am I trying to control that it's not mine to control? Where am I wasting energy that could be applied to acting in wisdom. Good morning, Nella. It's awesome seeing you. Hello. Danielle Orner says, life is a balance between what we can control and what we cannot. And I am trying to learn how to live between effort and surrender. True surrender always leads to clarity, and clarity always shows us where to take action. Today's meditation is about this balance, that space between effort and surrender. It is, of course, called the Serenity Prayer. So if you're ready, let's go there together. You can close your eyes, and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. As you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine. Lift the top of your head towards the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Taking action versus letting go. For a moment, let's focus on some examples in our own life where in the past we might have been trying to control things that are not ours to control, while you continue your full body breathing. Search around backwards in your own history. Where are clear examples of how you were trying to control what's not yours to control? And let's for a moment take a look at the opposite. Also search backwards in your life. Can you find examples of instances where there was something that you needed to address? Was something that perhaps you needed to take action on, but instead of taking that step, you ignored it, you numbed out from it, turned away from it, swept it under the rug. See if you can find a few examples where you should have taken action but didn't. It's clear that we need to take action at the right time. And we need to surrender and let it go when that is necessary. This is what I love about the Serenity Prayer. It understands that this space between action and surrender is almost the hardest space for humans to navigate. And understanding when to push and when to pull, when to put your foot on the accelerator and when to lift it off. The Serenity Prayer understands that knowing the difference is not so easy. And that's why it ends with that beautiful sentence. Please give me the wisdom to know the difference. Now, we might not become perfect at this ever, but we are certainly getting better at knowing when to let go and when to take action. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left and also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we can muster right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. A short breath hold, followed by a long exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness into every part of your body. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip deep into you. You are holding you within you for a moment. Hold your breath only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, can you feel how your arms are wrapped around you? Take your next big breath. Do you trust that you are guided? Do you trust that there is divine wisdom flowing through you? And that you can become better at hearing this wisdom speak? This is the space that we're trying to surrender into today, being able to listen. Can you imagine asking a question and also completely letting it go? Can you ask a question and hold your mind back from searching for an answer? Can you ask a question and also just surrender, trusting that the answer will be clear when you are ready? With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, create a space for this. Create a space for asking, surrendering, and listening. Take your next big breath. I love the Serenity Prayer for this exercise. The first line of the Serenity Prayer goes like this: God, please grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. In other words, help me find peace. Help me find peace in accepting the things that I cannot change. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, repeat that to yourself 1 or 2 more times. Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Take your next big breath. And then we'll turn this first line of the Serenity Prayer into a question. We'll ask the question and let it go, and ask divine wisdom to answer, trusting that the answer will be clear when we are ready. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question is this: please show me one thing that I need to accept that I cannot change. Please show me one thing that I need to stop trying to control. Please show me one thing where I have to clearly understand I need to surrender. You can formulate the question however it works for you. Please show me one thing I need to accept that I cannot change. Take your next big breath. The second line of the Serenity Prayer asks, please give me the courage to change the things that I can change. Please give me the courage to change the things that I can change. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, repeat that to yourself a few more times. Please give me the courage to change the things that I can change. Take your next big breath. we'll turn it into a question. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question goes like this. Please show me one thing. Show me one thing that I do need to take action on. Please help me see with clarity. What is one thing that I do need to change? Take your next big breath. And then the beautiful last sentence of the Serenity Prayer, the recognition that this can be so hard to see the difference between where to let go and where to take action. The last sentence is, and please give me the wisdom to know the difference. My favorite line, my go-to for this, is to ask, please show me what I'm not seeing. Please open my eyes to what I don't see or don't understand yet. You may try that line for yourself. The Serenity Prayer's beautiful line is, please give me the wisdom to know the difference. And my personal favorite is, please show me what I am not seeing. Try them out and find what works for you. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every cell of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll share with you again these thoughts from the piece I read this morning. The first few thoughts speak about surrender. Sissy Gabrilaki says, sometimes it's not the times we decide to fight, but the times we decide to surrender that makes all the difference. And Marianne Williamson says, the moment of surrender is not when life is over, it's when it begins. And then speaking about action, Tony Robbins says, the only impossible journey is the one where you never begin. And Lisa Nichols says, when your clarity meets your conviction, and then you apply action to the equation, your world will begin to transform before your eyes. That is, please give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and it's also give me the courage to change the things that I can. And then Ajahn Brahm gives us a tiny little piece which speaks to the last sentence. And please give me the wisdom to know the difference. His thought is, surrendering to silence is so much more productive of wisdom and clarity in thinking. In silence is where you have more opportunity to hear the voice of divine wisdom. In my own experience, in this specific meditation, the Serenity Prayer, I find it interesting how often the answer I get for both surrender and action is the same answer again, over and over. Don't be surprised if you often get the same answer. We are human, and it's in our nature to stumble multiple times before we get it. I love the reminder that perhaps I need some more work on what I thought I already had. Thank you for being a part of our journey today. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to trust. Learning how to trust that divine wisdom lives in me as it lives in you and in every one of us. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to listen. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the work, learning how to do the work, to work through all of the fears that create noise. The thing that makes it hard to listen is the noisiness of all the fears that stirs up guilt and shame and criticism. And while these voices of guilt, shame, criticism ring so loudly in our heads, it is hard to hear the voice, the whisper of divine wisdom. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for having learned how to recognize all the different voices of fear, so that I can become better at listening to the whisper of wisdom. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for adding your wisdom to our circle today. Vivian, a very good morning. Hello, it's awesome seeing you. Good morning, Katrin, all the way on the other side. Danae, thank you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Anami. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Have an awesome day. I trust that your answers were either clear this morning, or they'll be clear exactly when you need to see them. Lots of love to every one of you. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.